I think he sneezed.
Yeah.
Welcome, gamers and geeks, to another D&D session. We're playing City of Gate 2.0. We're on episode 55. And yeah, I'm Anthony, I'm the DM. I run games of Dungeons and Dragons on the Games and Geekery Discord server. And yeah. So I accidentally... Yeah, let's get rid of the one that was wrong. There we go. Okay. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves? No?
Okay. Hello, I play Gwendolyn Darkmoon, Rogue Forest Extraordinaire, Drown Were Rat, and soon to be debt free with Braziel.
I am playing Genrilla, the half-elven werebear bard paladin rogue.
Mm-hmm. Carrie, do you want to go next?
Sure. I play Fiore, who is our cleric druid lady. She's a Goliath and she likes fire.
You've also got a level of barbarian now.
Oh yeah! I have a level of barb now.
Mm-hmm. And last but not least...
Hello, I'm Wilhelm, our wizard. I am also our were-rat, were-panther owlin. So all the fun.
Yay. Okay. So, what happened last time we played?
We implemented a plan to fight some vampires, and it worked exceptionally well.
Mm-hmm.
We opened up. We
I kind of
went one by one, opening up coffins, taking the vampires, chopping off their head, and breaking their bed. While a mechanical owl flew around with an ever-flowing bottle, causing running water to be a hazard if they did wake up, which they did, and then a fight ensued, but a fireball and a few sword swings later, and we had a whole bunch of vampire ash.
Mm-hmm.
And we also met what seemed to be a poor innocent woman tucked away behind a locked door. But turns out she's just a succubus and got away.
Or called Mother. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mother.
Yep. And you have reason to believe some other vampires escaped too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of the other vampires escaped, and we plan on hunting them down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I believe there's also a section off part of the cases that we didn't go through, but
Yeah.
it seems like that's where the vampires came from.
Yeah, there was a side
Or
path that you didn't explore that some vampires left through. Yes. And delete that one.
Oh yeah, because I had Dawn up to stop them in Serena's.
Yes. So they couldn't get to you, but they could leave. So. Anywho. And once you cleared out the vampire nest, what did you do then?
We went back up to the shop to take a long rest and prepare for our next for our next excursion underground as we go hunting the vampires and their fiendish master and whatever else we run across.
You want to go hunting for them underground? Yeah, in the tunnels underneath the city.
Yep, pretty sure that's what we decided we were doing.
Didn't you say something before the game started, though, about wanting to go back to Braziel? And
Yeah, I gotta swing by Braz real quick. I gotta go buy Detect Magic.
Obviously, since we're up at the herbalism shop, we can stop at some shops on the way towards the entrance to the catacomb, or back to the Crimson Chalice's former area, and go underground there. Yep.
Work your way from there.
Yeah.
And we might need to go buy some 2x4s.
Get some steaks.
We've still got a stabby stick. We're okay.
You still got a
Probably
stash of
shouldn't need
steaks?
more.
Wait, no, we still have a stabby stick.
A stabby stick, yes.
Yeah, my quarter staff.
Yes. So, yeah, if you want to go find some wood and sharpen it. You have a doorway to Fairyland. I mean, if you want, you can go to cut down some fairy trees. And
Because that
goes great every time.
I mean,
They might scream.
Oh,
I speak Sylvan. I can ask permission first.
Yep, you could. I mean, the other nearby source of wood is the dark wood. So, your choice.
Yeah.
Or we could just brew up. We could just brew up some holy water.
We never broke the other coffins.
Yes, we did.
Not in the second room, did we?
No.
Well, no, not those. They ran away.
Yeah, the main room we broke. Oh, I wasn't sure if they took their coffins with them or not.
No. But yeah, I mentioned that those coffins were empty in the other room that had previously not been.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So in theory, they might return to those beds if anything happens to them. Unless you go back and fix that.
We can double back and blow it up.
I'm going to see if I can.
So here's the question, Anthony. Do the gate players have like a clock of what time it is in gate? Because if not, when we finished last session, Wilhelm went into the mansion, and then he slept and was doing research when he woke up. He doesn't actually know what time it is.
That's okay. The servants can wake you up in the morning.
Okay, that's alright. I just wasn't sure. Like,
that's the beauty of a magnificent mansion. The servants can do pretty much anything for you.
Research partners. It's just what Wilhelm needed. Time to tear apart the steel predator.
Within
I have
the
no idea what.
Within the purview of a servant,
Yeah, nothing like crazy.
So they can wake you up in the morning. They can serve you breakfast in bed. They can help you get dressed. They can,
Okay, that part is a little weird, but he's fine with the rest of it.
It really does.
There were some outfits in certain periods of time where, like, they were clearly designed with having a servant help you into them in mind. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I've seen some of those. Yeah, they look. I'm good.
But anyway.
While in the mansion, Wilhelm would have been researching the steel predator corpse he has to figure out if he could build it himself. I think a servant helped.
Okay. By all means, take it apart and study it very carefully.
He probably would have just studied the outside, since I know we're in a rush, just to get like a general idea of figuring out how every part moves, so he can get a general basis before ripping into it.
Okay. Well, if you just... the range of motion on this thing is incredible. You notice that when you were fighting it, that it moves like a living animal. you know?
Mhm.
That each of the sectional... Each mechanical section is designed to swivel and move like muscle. So there's essentially these metallic cords that work looks like muscle fibers.
Interesting. When he thinks it's been a reasonable amount of time, he's going to ask Solomon to help him shove it back in the portable hole. Like, get in there. And then he's going to fly back out to meet up with the others before they head to do what the next goal is.
Okay. So, is anything in particular that Gwyn, Curie, and Genrilla would be doing while you're waiting for Wilhelm to emerge from his magic door?
They all have access, so they could have gone in and grabbed him.
This is also true. You could have got breakfast.
I'm going to.
And seen what Wilhelm's dream home looked like. Trust me, you guys probably wouldn't like it.
What does Wilhelm's mansion interior look like?
Oh, so right when you walk in, bookshelves everywhere. Whole front area, bookshelves. Then once you get past the bookshelves, there is staircases that go up that lead to like 8 bedrooms. And then if you go behind the bookshelves and don't go upstairs, there's like a side hallways that lead into a big room, which is just all research stations and paper for Wilhelm. So he can study things in there all he wants.
Fair enough.
Hey,
Okay.
Wilhelm.
Mm-hmm.
Can you take stuff out of your mansion?
No. Unless it originates from our world, anything within the mansion remains in the mansion.
Mm-hmm. Anything you try to leave with disappears as you walk through the doorway.
Yep.
Oh, drat.
Why?
I was gonna take those bookshelves and tear them apart.
You cannot tear apart my random magical bookshelves. Who knows? Maybe Braziel sells steaks.
That's fair.
I did actually wonder, because, okay, so anything that originates in the magical mansion can't leave the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, it also provides food? So what happens if you eat so much food that you're full and then try to leave the mansion?
I think you're suddenly hungry. But I also think your character would probably get really sick, because that's a lot of eating.
Or maybe the food that you haven't digested is gone.
Like, you walk into undigested food just teleports back out of your body like, nope.
All the nutrients have disappeared.
Or the food acts like good berry.
Maybe it magically heals you, so, yeah.
I think what it means. I know it's worded weirdly, but I think they intended for the food to function like food and work normally.
Yes. It just doesn't make sense, does it?
Oh, it doesn't. It's another one of those times where they just did not do their.
Didn't think it through. Yeah. Anyway. So yes.
To Braziels.
Curie, is there anything that you want to have done before you leave this morning?
Holy water.
Making up some holy water?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good
I'm
plan.
gonna help. I'm gonna help Kieri with that plan.
Because you are both of the faith.
Yep.
Yep. So, how long does holy water take to make?
I think it's an hour ritual.
1 hour to perform the ritual. Uses 25 gold pieces worth of powdered silver. And expends a first level spell slot. So, If you each... Well, you've got 2 hours of downtime available, so if you take 2 hours to create 2 vials of holy water each, it'll cost you 50 gold pieces worth of powdered silver and burn 2 first level spell slots. Or 1 second if you prefer.
Do the first ones, because I don't really use much of my first level spells anyway.
Okay. Make a note. And also add your 2 holy water. And subtract the 50 gold.
How much?
Sorry?
How much gold?
50 gold pieces worth of powdered silver. Even if you had it in stock, you'll have to replenish that stock, so minus 50. And 2 first level spell slots. And you gain 2 flasks of holy water. So,
2 flat of holy water.
anything Gwyn's doing?
I keep forgetting about Stompy.
I I guess I can go in with, I guess, like a, there's like a construction company, right, in town?
Maybe. There may be some people who specialize in making houses, yeah.
Did we create one when we finished clearing when we took care of the lich in that one area of town to rebuild that
Yeah.
section?
Yeah, we made like something over there along the farm. So I guess I'll just go over there. And try and see if I can buy, I guess, wood from them.
From where? Sorry?
The former haunted section of town.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
If this is after Wilhelm left the mansion, he will accompany her, but in panther form, so he can see if he can smell any undead.
Okay. So you're just accompanying them through the city as a panther.
Yep, full on panther.
Mm-hmm. While they head to the woodshop. Are you all traveling together? Curie nods. Okay. You okay?
Oh yeah, sorry. Just I really am a little bit out of it.
That's okay. Let me check something. Generilla,
Yes.
you would be the first to notice, quite possibly the only one to notice, a tall figure in full plate armor following you at a distance.
Okay. I will whisper, "We're being followed."
Does Wilhelm smell like undeath in his werepanther form?
Do a perception check. In fact, you can all do perception checks now that Generilla has pointed out you're being followed. To see if you can detect this person.
What is my perception? I mean, I know they're there, but I guess I'm going to roll, see if I can get anything.
Yeah.
More. You. 14.
Also forgot I need to roll these really quickly.
Oof.
My portents are a 5 and a 14. Okay.
Nice. Okay. So, Generilla at least knows that they're there, but you can't really detect. You can't pick up on anything about them. It's like they're a ghost. They're moving surprisingly silently for such an imposing figure. And yeah, they seem to melt into the shadows, even though it's, morning.
Okay. Let's play a game of cat and mouse. This is gonna hurt. Spells. Where are my spells? I don't think that
will transfer back to his owlin form just in case they get into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's one of my third level spell slots. Do I want to burn it? Oh crap! It lasts 8 hours. What am I worried about then? It's not like It's not like it's gonna disappear in 2 minutes. I know they're back there somewhere. I won't trust it. Can you bring up non-detection, please, Anthony?
Non-detection. For the duration, you hide a target that you touch from divination magic. The target can be a willing creature or a place or an object no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. The target can't be targeted by any divination magic or perceived through magical scrying senses.
Okay. Oh, this is just going to be horribly bad.
Mm.
I'm not gonna. Oh. I don't want to be the one that does it. All right. I guess for right now, I'm just gonna try to keep my eyes peeled to see if they continue to follow us, and we're just gonna continue on our way. I'm not gonna go crazy stupid yet.
You no longer see them behind you.
Wilhelm will also probably end up flying about 15 to 20 feet in the air, just to help keep an eye out from above.
All right, make another perception check.
Stay up there. My modifier is 5, but I think it helps. 26.
You see an armored figure on the rooftops.
He will
It's not Stompy, is it?
telepathically send a message to Generilla and then proceed to the rest. He is on the rooftops to whichever side. Anthony, what is the range of detect thoughts and what does that one do again? I can't remember exactly. Is it just the surface thoughts?
Depends on how deep you go. So, if you do, it's the range. Well, technically itself, but You can read the thoughts of a creature within 30 feet of you. And they, you initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, but you can, as an action on a subsequent turn, try to probe deeper. And if you do, they need to make a wisdom save. And if they fail, you gain deeper insight. But either way, they know that you're there. So
Probably never mind. Yeah, that sounds like a bad idea, but we don't know who the person is. Okay, guys. Question: how hard? Like, do we want to talk to this person? Because I can try and talk to them. I can stay 60 feet away and just talk to them, if you guys want to, or if you guys want, I can probe his mind and see if he's about to try and attack us.
Or we can just continue on our business until they make an aggressive move.
All right, that's fine with me. Wilhelm is going to. Oh God, it's going to be hard because he's an owl in the sky.
what's he going to do?
Well, he's going to stay in the sky, but he's going to try and be as stealthy as possible while doing it. So
You can't really
should the
do
guy-
that. Although you
No,
are an
but-
owland, so you can flap silently, unlike most others.
Yeah. That's why I was like, can I do this? I'll roll a check. I doubt this is going to work here. I'll even roll a check. This guy may notice Wilhelm, just like flying above, just like we. I am the darkness.
It's not
I ain't
even.
making no noise.
Yeah.
No, it's broad daylight outside. He's just a white owl and
Although
just flying
It's-
mind his business.
it is a darker city anyway, just because of the very nature of being in a deep valley. But yes. So you're just going to keep making your way.
Yeah. I don't see any. Let's see. I mean, I'm honestly trying not to just be the murder hobo that we usually wind up being today.
Wilhelm is innocent of all murder hoboness. Just throwing that out there.
The city changes you a lot.
Oh, yeah, it does. It's
Yes. Someone tried to eat him on his first day here. Ever since then, he's like, I don't trust you people. I mean, we can just wait and you're right. We can just wait and see what they do. Wilhelm sees him now, and he can just follow him quietly. We'll follow you guys and just keep an eye on the guy too. You're all still in range of telepathy, so
Mm-hmm. So you make your way to the timber shop. Yes?
yes.
Yeah.
What you doing, Toby? And as you are yeah, so you walk into the shop. The man behind the counter says, "Welcome to Ari's Hardware. What can I do for you?"
We'd like some 2x4s.
Okay. How many?
Just maybe just one thing of 2x4.
Standard length?
Yes.
There you go. And he pulls out a long. Yeah, a long piece of wood that's 2 inches by 4 inches. Anything else?
Do you guys think this is enough, or another one? To make a steak for each of us.
Oh, you're looking to make steaks, huh? Going camping,
Yes.
are you? Do you have a saw so you can cut them up?
Gwen just pulls out her carpenter's kit.
Fair enough. You got a mallet in there, have you?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Well, I mean, these timbers are meant for framing, of course. If you want some proper seasoned steaks that are meant for, staking out tents and stuff, I've got some. Wouldn't you rather have...
Yeah, probably a lot better.
Aye. Now, of course, clearly you'd want something like this. Like I said, for staking out a tent or something like that. But I do happen to have some kits available that have some stakes in, and a few other useful bits and pieces if you should need them.
What else is in the kits?
Trying to find... There we go. So, this particular kit comes in a little chest. It's got a crowbar and a hammer in it, and 3 stakes, a holy symbol, just in case you should need one, a flask of holy water, a set of manacles, a steel mirror, a flask of oil, a tinderbox, and 3 torches. But like I said, if you're just staking out a tent, you won't need such a thing, would you?
Much for this.
I can get you a kit like that for, well, normally it's 50 gold pieces, but I've got quite a stock of them, and I'd be happy to part with it for 25.
Yeah, that sounds like a good deal. And she'll give him the 25 gold.
For just one monster hunting kit?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I've got plenty in stock, so if you want any more, or if your friends would like to purchase 1 or 2, you're more than welcome to. You never know when such a thing might come in handy.
Can I get 4?
You certainly can. Pleasure to. Then he puts 4 more little chests up on the...
Okay, so that would be 25 gold pieces. That would be 100.
That would be 100.
Or 10 platinum.
Aye, 10 platinum will do nicely. I advise you hold on to your silver. You never know when you might need it.
Yeah.
There might be an organisation that you'd be interested in talking to.
No. Yeah, and what organization is that?
They call themselves the Helsingers.
Are they here in town?
Well, yeah, from time to time.
Can I I make a history check to see if I've heard of them?
Heard of the Hellsingers? Yeah, sure. Anybody can.
I think that's 8.
You got a +7, General.
Wilhelm is not there. He's still outside, just keeping an eye out.
Okay.
Okay.
So I cannot help. I have a plus like 15 though, so
What's it?
History check. Wilhelm, I'm showing you got a +12 to your history.
is it plus 12? I've never used it, so I'm not sure what it is. It's proficiency plus intel, so it's
Would
12.
religion help?
It might. However, Gwyn and Generilla already rolled pretty well, so
Okay.
it's fine. Monster hunters, specifically undead monster hunters. A group of people who are dedicated to destroying the undead if it comes to the surface.
Yes. Yes. I remember hearing many stories about them.
Yeah, me as well. If they were in town, where would they stay at?
Oh, don't worry. They've been keeping an eye on you.
That'll be the guy we saw following us then.
Oh, you spotted him, did you?
Yeah.
It's hard to slip
Maybe-
past me.
For moments there, we saw it was retaliation
Well,
by someone.
that you'd be forgiven for that. He's been undercover, as it were, for quite some time.
I don't think much will get past me either. I've got 17 passive wisdom. 17 passive perception even.
He got a 25 on his sneak though, so
Ah, okay.
which is why the only person who spotted him was Generilla. But yeah, don't get spooked. He'll just be wanting a word with you when he thinks it's safe.
Okay. Guess until then, we'll just carry on with our day. Thank you for the supplies. Pleasure doing business with you.
And you. Happy hunting. When you come out, and Wilhelm, you'd have seen this, but that there was a burly-looking woman standing outside the shop.
More burly than me?
No, not more burly than you,
Okay.
but she looks like an arena fighter. Though she does have a rather wide collar around her neck and looks a little ashy, but nevertheless, she looks like a force to be reckoned with. And she holds out a note towards you without saying a word, just looking right at you all.
I will approach and take the note.
Then she nods and walks away.
Does she look unhealthy? I know she looks like a force to be reckoned with, but does
She
her
does.
complexion
Yeah, she looks a little pallid for her
divine
complexion.
sense?
Sorry?
Divine sense.
She's not undead.
Okay. given our current circumstances, it doesn't hurt to be paranoid. Alright, so I only have 5 uses of that left today. Gotcha. Okay, what does the note say?
It says, Sir Skexriel would speak with you. He will come when you're alone.
And now Jinrilla looks pale.
Okay. Do you tell the others what that's about? Or even read the note out loud, or...
I probably would have gone back and read it out loud to everybody, and upon finishing it, Jinrilla's going to look less than comfortable.
Is Wilhelm flying down, or does he continue to circle?
Seeing Jinrilla look uncomfortable, he's going to expect something to be wrong, so he is going to fly on down and land.
Alright.
Shouldn't be possible. What the fucking hell is going on?
Curie?
Alright. We've got shopping to finish, and there's all kinds of movers and shakers taking an interest in us, so yeah, let's go finish our preparations for whatever's about to happen.
Yeah.
You wanna
Um,
tell
Rezio or someone else?
Huh?
Curie was curious as to why you were looking pale.
Because that's the name of my mentor, who I suspected to be dead for quite some time now.
Okay.
So either somebody else has a very unique name, or there's mischief afoot. I don't know which.
Well,
I guess
what was Gwyn saying?
Gwen was saying, so up to Braziel's, or is there anyone else we should go to first?
Brazil's next sounds like a as much as I hate to say it, because what I need some of what we need we're only gonna be able to find there.
Alright.
Okay. So,
Okay. +2 weapons are rare, right?
sorry?
Oh, I'm trying to.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
You would see, all of you would notice the fully armoured person leaping from rooftop to rooftop as you're walking along. Now that you've received the note, Janrilla, the armour and heraldry do look familiar. But he was never able to move like that before.
Something's not right. Something's not right. Anyway, okay. So okay. Yeah. We'll. How? Well, no, because I would be lying, and I can't do that because that would violate my damned oath. I was gonna see how good I could play off not reacting, but that.
You'd all notice how uncomfortable Janrilla was continuing to look in response to, the Dark Knight.
Yes, that armor and the stuff on it is very familiar, but the person I knew who wore that stuff couldn't move like that.
Didn't you
So,
say your father or slash mentor disappeared?
Yeah.
Maybe someone took his armor?
It's possible, but then why would I have a note with their name on it? I mean, sure, somebody could be pretending to be them, but that would be rather
Sick.
and dangerous.
Why dangerous, General?
Because they had a reputation to uphold, and
Mm-hmm.
if you
They
start
had enemies.
they had enemies,
Mm-hmm.
and they had friends. If you're an enemy of their friends,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the kind of person I'm not the kind of person you want to have pissed off at you.
Okay.
But yeah, off to Braziel as we go. As
Mm-hmm. Braziel, of course, gives you the standard greeting as you come through. Welcome, my fine chaps. What can I do for you today? How are my favourite customers?
I'd like to see if you could do a couple things for me, Braziel.
Of course I can.
I would love if you could somehow fuse these two things together into one item and get me a swim blade.
Which two items are you presenting him with?
The Amulet of Health and the Belt of Giant Strength. Hello?
Yeah. Any particular reason why you want them merged together?
So I don't have to lose one of them and can attune to the Sunblade.
Ah, I see. Okay. So... yeah. Give me a sec. What do you need the Sunblade for, may I ask?
Well, we honestly, we're going vampire hunting.
Interesting.
And that's a weapon that's uniquely designed for that purpose.
It is indeed. Why vampires?
Because we found a nest of them, and some of them got away, and we're going to go chase after them.
Why?
Because a couple of us serve a god that absolutely hates the undead.
Then surely they should take care of it themselves. Gods are powerful enough to do that sort of thing, aren't they? What do they need you doing it for?
Because, Braziel, you know that the gods can't go walking around the material plane all willy-nilly without wreaking havoc.
I'm just saying that if the gods really didn't want the vampires walking around, they could just smite them with holy fire, right?
Braziel, do you want the money or not?
I'd rather have souls.
Yeah, I don't even know what these things look like, but I'm gonna produce the I'm guessing they're a bunch of soul voucher things. I have no idea what these things actually look like.
Oh,
Hell, I may be handing over fairies for all I know.
So
Okay.
essentially, they look like large, like 5-inch across black iron coins.
Ah. Okay. So that's what. Okay.
That in game, that's what you can use them for. Everything. Yeah.
Okay. You mean things like these?
Well, where on earth did you get them from?
Do you want them or not?
Well, yeah.
Then how about we do the no questions asked?
Fair. All right. Well, as your holy. Did you ask for a holy avenger or a sunblade?
Unrilla does not believe that she is worthy enough of a holy avenger.
Okay.
Besides, you wouldn't ask Braziel for that because he also works on fiends, and he wouldn't carry something that could hurt himself.
Well,
Whereas
I was about to, like, if it was the Holy Avenger, I was about to hand you like a velvet bag containing a sword, so he didn't have to touch it himself. But yeah,
no,
Sunblade.
we're just going with the Sunblade because
Yeah.
she doesn't feel like she's worthy enough yet of a holy avenger.
Got that Toby out.
Okay. So yeah, he hands you the what looks like a hilt with no blade, and a belt with an extra gem. Yeah, with the amulet of health. You know, the actual amulet, like, set into a setting on the belt, and you can see that there's now, like, 4 additional settings set around the belt as well.
What are the extras, Braziel?
Just in case you want to slot in some extra stones, tokens, amulets.
Oh, okay. Nice to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. So just keep collecting. This is a good down payment, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah. How much extra would I owe you?
Well, how many soul coins did you give him?
Probably 2.
2. Okay. And the Sunblade
It is a rare.
is a red, which would be about 5,000 gold pieces at Brazil prices. So you owe him another 498 souls for the Sunblade alone.
Okay.
Oh shit. My epic encounters decided to leap off the bookcase behind me.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
1 for the...
Saying, play me! Play me, damn you! And go on.
And so that's 400 and...
498. 498.
498 for the belt, or for the sword, and for the belt.
Let's call it 10 souls.
Okay. So 508?
508, yeah. Or 5,980 gold pieces.
Right.
5,008 gold pieces. Sorry. Yeah.
Or 50 platinum.
5,080. Yeah.
Or 500. Sorry. 50.
508 platinum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well,
math.
500 platinum and 8 gold pieces is basically what it boils down to.
80. Yeah.
Oh, 8.
Yeah, because it's 508 souls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was wrong when I said 5,008 gold pieces.
Okay.
It's 5,000. It's 5,080 gold pieces. Yeah.
Okay. That's easier math.
Yeah.
I will just hand him 580 platinum pieces to pay off the rest of the
508 platinum. Okay. Well, that's disappointing, but all right. Anything else I can get you?
Meek, personally, for now, I'm good, thanks. And I'm gonna go stand in a corner and start attuning to my stuff.
Okay. And what about the rest of you?
Oh, Wilhelm, do you have your chest?
Yeah. He will turn around and snap his fingers, and the chest will appear, and he will look at General. How much was it again? Or Gwen, how much was it again?
How much do you owe?
Let's see how it calculated.
We just did the math, but Wilhelm would not have a steady count of that, so I'm not going to say
448 platinum.
448
Okay, so,
platinum. Right. Yeah. Found it.
Alright, he will stop for a second. Braziel, do diamonds of the equal equation work?
Yeah, of course, I'll take diamonds.
Okay. 1 second. He's gonna like shove his arm in there, look around for a minute, move some things, and then like, found it. Okay, we're good. And standing up, he's going to just slide Braziel a diamond. Or first he's going to hand it to Gwen and be like, there you go.
A diamond worth 500.
Worth 5,000.
With 5,000.
Gold, not platinum.
Gold. Yeah. Why does that gift keep appearing and disappearing?
I don't know why. I'm trying. Okay, whenever I'm trying to post like a GIF that I copied, and then it just for some reason it looks like the wrong one to me.
Okay.
I mean, does it? Okay, if I post it, what does the photo? What does it look like
It's a
to
kid
you?
slapping down a piece of paper in front of his father. I think it's from the Goldbergs.
Okay. For some reason, to me, it looks like a ghost.
Okay, no. It's the kid from the Goldbergs presenting something in front of his dad and saying boom. Anyway.
Yeah, that's supposed to be just like Gwendolyn's doing that
Boom.
Payments done.
Well, I guess you're out of debt. Well done. Would you be interested in collecting debt from others that have yet to pay me?
I mean, like, hunt down those who have not paid you yet?
Yes, exactly.
What would I get in return?
Um, what would you get in return? Well, if you can convince them to pay off your debt, if you can convince them to pay off their debt to me, I'll pay you a percentage of whatever it is they pay.
An inside check on him.
He's telling you the truth. What percentage?
So I don't.
What percentage would you like? What do you think it would be worth? What are your rates?
I'm getting the feeling that you just want more. That you want more souls.
More souls, more gold. Either way, I want them to pay. Now, of course, if you would like if they do collect, if they do decide to pay off their debt in souls, you can choose whether or not your percentage is souls, or gold, or goods.
I think I'll think about it.
The offer's open to any of you.
Telepathically, Wilhelm to Braziel. Don't we already kind of have a deal like that?
Don't you and he?
Yeah, since that's his warlock patron.
Ours is a little more direct.
Fair. Alright, yep, that's all. He does have to buy some things from him, but that all he'll say out loud because he don't want to look too suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I closed the spell. Oh, one sec, I closed the spell I needed. Where is it? The humanoid, and they were challenge rating 9. This is how I remember who had the spell. So Wilhelm from Braziel is after the spells Global Invulnerability, and which is a 6th level spell, sorry, and then Detect Magic, which is a 1st level. I think I could be going crazy.
What? Which spell? Sorry.
No, you're good. Globe of Invulnerability and then Detect Magic. Thought there was a 3rd one he was after, but I'm going crazy.
You can't remember what it is?
No, I know there's a 9th level spell he's going to get like when he levels up next, but till then, no. And I finally found a spell that goes through Wall of Force, and it is the most broken melee combat spell I think I've ever seen.
Globe of Invulnerability is a 6th level spell. So. Globe of Invulnerability. If you were to buy it off him as a spell scroll. Come on, where are you? There we go. 6th level is very rare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, patron rate's 25,000 gold pieces.
Holy shit.
And detect magic.
Yeah, detect magic. If you
That one's much lower level.
yeah, it's level 1.
So that one, level 1. Common. 50.
Okay, perfect. 25,000 global vulnerability is such a good spell, though. How many spells do I get next time I level? If I take another level in Wizard, I know I unlock my 9th level spells, but do I just get to take another 2 spells?
Yes.
Yes, every time you level up in the wizard, you can learn 2 more new spells.
Then
That would probably be the easiest way to take that one.
Yeah, you just want to take detect magic. Then that's a spell scroll. That take them just what is it? 2 hours to learn. 2 hours and 50 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So he'll buy detect magic. Oh man, I need to level up my artificer at some point. I'm really tempted, but I still have to wait till my artificer's higher level so I can attune to more stuff. 50 gold. This is going to come out of the gold he carries on him, so he can save cash from the chests. All right. Raziel, do you happen to have a giant strength belt? I was hoping
What kind of giant belt? Giant strength belt?
I don't know.
How high do you want to go?
I was hoping I could study Genrilla's before she turned it in, so he could hopefully magically create his own. But Genrilla turned hers in and got it transed around, so he's like, crap.
Well, how strong do you want to be? Do you want to be as strong as a storm giant? Or will fire giant or hill giant do?
Anything above hill giant is very rare. Why not? This could be fun.
Hill giant is only rare.
Yeah, no. How much for a build of fire giant?
Fire giant. He's gonna do charge you.
Stupid expensive.
4,000 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, he can do that. Yep, here you go. And well, actually, he can pay for that one in platinum. Why not? He'll save himself the trouble. Vampires don't have souls, do they? Nope. Dang it. Forgot we talked about this last session.
Only humanoids.
Crap. All right. Yep.
Has to have the humanoid. All thing.
Here's 400 platinum pieces, and he has the belt of fire giant strength.
You actually haven't asked him about Faye. But anyway. So anyone else?
Strength. Let's see. I went shopping. Milan went shopping. Milan did her thing. Unless Kiori has anything she wants from him, I think we may be done.
I'm pretty sure that she's still determined not to make any deals with Braziel ever, but she's AFK at the moment.
I would. It's not that Genrilla really wants to deal with him. She just knows that unfortunately he's the only truly reliable
source of magic items.
Yeah, in this particular town, and she wanted to get rid of those creepy things that she's been carrying around.
Mm-hmm.
And most of her dealings is in money, so it's not as creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Wilhelm will take the opportunity, if he has the time, by the way, to attune to the Fire Giant's belt.
Well, since Genrilla is attuning also, that should be okay. Hun, is there anything you want from Braz?
Nope.
Didn't think so.
She was very positive the
I am
moment
not
she got
going
back.
to get a soul debt, thank you very much.
Well, everyone else has been painted with gold. He's even offered. Braz has even offered to a job to collect. Basically, to be a debt collector, to make other people pay their debts, and he'll cut you in. He'll pay you a percentage. He's asked Gwyn what percentage she would be interested in, and she said, "I'll think about it."
Not gonna lie, Wilhelm would probably take that deal. He just Mace of Terror is a strength-based weapon, right? So its attack bonus would go up as well. Not going crazy.
Mace of Terror.
Yeah. I just want to make sure because I'm editing all the modifiers that require strength, and then the attack bonuses for my strength weapons as well.
Yeah, item use. Yeah, because pretty sure all that does is make you scary, but
Yeah. It's just a mace. That's really it.
yeah, so it's strength based. It's definitely not a finesse weapon.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to sell that to Braziel. It just makes me scary. I'm probably scary to most people on a normal basis anyway. Wilhelm's kind of weird.
You want to trade that in?
Yeah, he doesn't really need it.
He offers you. Basically, let's see, rare. Yeah. So the equivalent of 2,500 gold pieces worth of store credit, or 250 souls if you prefer.
He can't do anything with the souls yet, so they're useless to him.
But have you seen? Because what you would actually receive would be those soul coins.
Mm.
If you choose to actually take them as, yeah, if you choose to take the souls. So each coin has 3 charges.
Mm-hmm.
You can use your action to expend 1 charge and drain life from the coin to regain 1d10 temporary hit points. Or you can telepathically ask the soul a question. Or you can free the soul. You can also use the soul, the coins as currency, and as fuel in infernal machines.
He will just take the store credit for right now. That is, I have a few ideas for the other part, but it's gonna have to wait.
Okay, so you just want him to give you a credit note?
Yep, he'll just. Yep.
Okay.
That from here, because yeah, this entire time I've never used it once, and I was like, that's for it.
So, what you thinking, Kerry?
Just trying to think if there's anything I would want.
I think I did.
Do you want any? I mean, you're already pretty strong, but you could always be stronger.
You know.
You could potentially improve your constitution with Amulet of Health. You could. Sorry?
I think.
You- Get a necklace of fireballs.
The health one, the constitution-y one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm actually. Oh, hang on. How many achievement slots? Does it need tuning to?
It would.
How many achievement slots do we get?
3.
I'll use my 3. So I've got the headband of intellect, gauntlets of rugged power, and the plate armor.
Mm-hmm. So you have just witnessed Genrilla basically get some additional attunement slots, basically.
How'd you do that?
He turned the Genrilla's giant strength belt into a socketed belt. He only charged 10 souls.
So 1,000 gold? Roughly?
100 gold.
100. Could you do that for me with my ogre power, but with gold?
You want the gauntlet to have sockets on it to be able to take like amulets and gems on it?
Yes.
Cool.
I'm gonna Thanos this shit.
Sorry?
I'm gonna Thanos this shit.
I was just thinking, yeah, you turn it into a Thanos gauntlet. Alright.
Yes. I'll do that, please.
Awesome. So, he's going to give you 6 open sockets.
Nice.
Hey, Brazio, can you do that, but with a mask?
Do you want me to socket your mask for you, huh?
Yes. And she'll also hand over an amulet of health that she has.
Okay. So, he'll stick the amulet of health into... Now, do you want these sockets to be visible so it looks like the mask has, like, potentially gems all over its face? Or do you want them to be inside the mask?
Is it just for aesthetic, or would it actually, cause a glare?
Sorry?
Would it actually sparkle, or would it just be like a cosmetic thing?
Just be cosmetic.
Sure. To make it, I guess, like, the sockets are like, I guess, a crown?
Oh.
If that makes sense.
I see. Yeah. Make it like a headband. Attached to the mask. Okay. Tiara. Crown thing. Okay. Sorry? It's fine. So yeah, he does the same for you. Charges your 100 gold pieces and sets
Give
your
it to him?
amulet into the headpiece, leaving with 5 other open slots. One above the amulet of health and 2 open on either side.
much would an amulet of health be?
An amulet of health.
Sorry.
No worries. Amulet of health is a rare item, so he would charge 5,000 gold pieces for that.
I'll get one of them.
Sorry?
I'll get one of them.
Okay, remove 5,000 gold pieces from your character sheet and gain an amulet of health, which I'm assuming you're going to stick into one of the sockets of your gauntlet, giving you a 19 in Constitution.
Yes. What modifier is that?
That would give you a +4.
Is Socketed like a homebrew thing, or is it an actual D&D thing?
Socketing is homebrew.
Okay. I might bring that up with Luke. That might be quite good.
Kind of want one.
One what?
I don't know why I kind of want one, but for some reason I'm kind of really want. I don't need one, but I kind of want to get a periaptic proof against poison.
Uh-huh.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm good. It's not like my con save's horrible.
I get my constant would be locked, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So that'd be +4?
So, yeah, let's have a look. Your con save would be a +4 instead of the +3, yes.
Okay.
Put into it first.
Or boosted to +9 if you're within 10 feet of Genrilla.
Cool.
Because all saves get a +5 within 10 feet of the paladin.
That's one class I have never played as Paladin.
They're fun. Can sometimes be slightly confusing, but once you master them, they're sick. And you don't even need to be anything else or do anything funky with them. Just they themselves are beastly. It's like them and wizards and clerics are usually among the highest ranked classes and things. Alright, well, if we're done shopping, we're going to head out. Friends?
Where you heading?
Are we prepped enough to head underground, folks, or is there anything else anybody needs to do?
Are we positive they're underground? Like, did we go see if we could pick up the trace of undead with our noses and then track from there, or?
Well, there was an escape route that we found off the one. Wasn't it in the other room?
Okay. So, when you explored the catacombs, you found a room that had 2 doors. The familiar explored 2 of the rooms for you, and you discovered that one of the corridors led to a larger chamber, and so you all went into the larger chamber, killed as many vampires as you could, and used a dawn spell to make sure that if any vampires that were in the other corridor couldn't sneak up behind you because they'd be walking through pure sunlight to do so, right?
Yes.
But instead, those other vampires in that other room left. Since they couldn't get to you anyway, they took the opportunity to escape.
Yeah, they were not playing that game. They were like, not today.
Mm-hmm. And they left through the same entrance that you came in through. That makes sense?
Oh, okay.
There was no secret passage or anything. They just left. Now, the succubus, on the other hand, she went ethereal, passed through the wall, joined up with the other vampires and left with them. But she didn't need a secret passage because she can ethereal. You know?
I thought that they snuck out some other way. Sorry.
No.
Misunderstanding.
That's fine. I didn't explain it very well. So,
I find it hard to believe that there wasn't a secret passage in one of those rooms, though.
I mean, if you want, I can retcon it if you really want me to.
No,
It wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary because the way that you'd capped off the entrance to the corridor, to the room that you were in, you basically gave them a way to go past.
Okay, so scratch what I was saying. Then yeah, we're gonna have to. I don't even know where to.
Go back and see if we can pick up a stint.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back at least to the. We're not gonna have to dive underground. We're gonna have to go back to the area of the Crimson Chalice and see if we can't pick up a scent.
Yeah, I was going to say, like 29? No, 19. Yeah, it would turn into a 10, not a 20.
Yeah, my mistake. I'm used to like a double. Yeah, my mistake. But yeah, Gwen's just doing a happy dance after being debt free from Braziel. But making sure like she's like a good distance away from, so he can't hear her.
And you didn't take him up on his offer to become a debt collector either.
Yeah. Maybe later, but not now. She's too happy. And wants to stay away from after realizing I have become bloodthirsty.
Oh, surely not.
Okay.
Your sarcasm is unbecoming.
We're all bloodthirsty. What are you talking about?
No.
I mean, we're gonna go against vampires, and there's always a chance that she can become literally bloodthirsty. If accidents can happen.
Yeah. I like me. Anyway, so to the Crimson Chalice.
Yes.
The burned out hut was.
Yes. You see a barrier has been erected in front of the pit that is the cellar. There's a sign on the barrier that says deconstruction in progress. There appear to be strange insects crawling over what's left of the beams and timbers and what have you.
Do they look like Emberon Jones?
Do they look like what?
Emberon Jones.
Emberon Jones?
Environ
No.
Drones.
No. No, they're in-game. They look like wasps or bees or something similar.
Nature check to see if these are normal bees.
If they're robots, Wilhelm will make a check to see if he can figure out how they work. But if they're not robots, then he doesn't care. He's like, bugs.
Anyone else want to do a nature check?
I don't think I
You know, let me check that modifier for me real quick. Just why not? Just for shites and gigs. Yeah, why
Oh,
not?
no,
You
I do
know.
actually have a pretty good nature, plus 11.
Woo.
17.
Okay. 18.
17, 18, 19. Dear Lord God.
14. Ooh. Okay. Genrilla, why do you keep rolling so well? It's not fair. Genrilla follow and Wilhelm would be the Wilhelm would notice they were insects, not robots, and no longer care. But
You'd be like, nah.
but Genrilla would realize that they look similar. I think you saw the vulture bees in the Black Forest in the Darkwoods, didn't you?
Yeah, I think we see some of the insects in the wood.
They look similar.
Those look similar to the bugs in the Darkwood.
But they're make a perception. Actually, yeah, make a perception check for me. Anybody who's interested.
Wilhelm at this point is just going panther form again. Actually, he can just go half panther. So he'll like halfway transition and see if he can smell the scent of undead in which direction they were heading.
Okay. So, General and Chiori would notice that they seem to be breaking down the materials. Like actually chewing the timbers and flying away with bodies full of wood pulp, and then coming back and chewing a bit more. There'd be clouds of insects going back and forth.
That's odd, but I don't see it being a danger to anybody right at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we see what we can do about what we're here for?
Wilhelm rolled a 25 on that undead sniff and sniff check.
Mm-hmm. You don't pick
See if
much.
there's-
The smell of undead comes not from the area that is being harvested. I mean, the bugs are clearly doing a really good job of cleaning up whatever was there. But the wind does carry the scent of something undead from behind you.
He's going to turn slightly annoyed because he thinks he knows what this is. He's like, "Ugh." And is it the guy that was following them earlier?
Yeah. Tall armored dude. Just standing
He
there.
will raise. Since he's half panther right now, his arms are panther and just completely black. So he looks a little funky. He's a panther with wings. He's just going to tap General on the shoulders. You said this guy was a friend of yours? I think he wants to talk.
Finally, you're all alone.
Oh, that's that. I mean, it's you, us, and the bugs.
Don't worry about the bugs. That's just Hive.
Hive?
Sorry?
Hive? What the fuck is it?
A very strange
No.
creature. But harmless. Helpful, in fact.
Uh-huh.
Now, you seem to have taken an interest in this particular hive of vampires.
Yes.
I've been watching them myself.
Okay.
For some reason, they seem to have permission from Magister to be here. Rumors. There's a rumor that a vampire called Evelyn, the one who owned the blood chalice before you destroyed it, is a direct offspring of Magister.
Oh dear.
Which is kind of a problem.
Why is that?
If you continue on this path, you might bump into Evelyn. You would probably be sorely tempted to destroy her. But to do so would risk angering Magister himself.
At around that point, General would probably get a message mentally from Wilhelm, pretty much just saying he's like, I'm okay killing undead, but we're talking about a city where you'd be fighting. That might be above our pay grade.
Since when does angering an undead, oh my god. Our sacred mission was to eradicate the undead. When did that change?
It was, but there are certain things that you need to understand, my apprentice. Without Magister, there would be no control over the city of the dead. Countless undead creatures that at the moment are commanded to remain underground may find their way to the surface. We might end up facing a cataclysmic influx of undead, more than we could handle ourselves.
Pardon me for asking, but didn't Magister himself make that army?
Largely, yes. Many of them are his own experiments, but it still remains true that those forces would grow rogue without him.
Yeah, with that logic, why would he create an army that big for no reason?
Not for no reason. In his youth, he had been a student of immortality. His experiments were unethical. And against everything that you and I stand for, Generala. But what's done is done. And without him, the situation could be much worse.
Something. You look, you sound like my mentor, but your words are off.
There's much that has changed since you abandoned me and left me for dead.
Abandon you? You ordered me away.
That I did. And you listened, and I should be grateful for that. I have not sought revenge.
How far away are they?
60?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop my divine sense.
Yeah.
Also, in case there's anything else hiding in the shadows, trying to take advantage of the fact we're distracted by him.
It's
It's a 60-foot radius. Is it a radius or is it a...
Yeah, I'm just
Sure.
trying to figure out if it's
Sorry.
technically divination magic.
It's weird because it's not technically magic. It's...
Yeah, it's not a spell.
Yeah, it's just what paladins can do.
Yeah. But if the situation were reversed and you were wearing an amulet of proof against detection and location, would you want divine sense to know that you were there or not?
I think divine sense. As weird as it sounds, I think divine sense I would accept, but like I wouldn't accept the spell detect evil and good or locate creatures or anything like that, because that's actually divination magic.
Fair. Okay. Then yes. You know he's undead.
Are there, just out of curiosity, are there any other undead fiends within 60 feet of us?
No.
Okay. Do you work for him now?
No.
But you don't actively work against him.
Honestly, I don't think I could. Even if I wanted to. If there ever comes a time when I do think that it would be wise to remove him, I may have to come to you. But for
You know I shouldn't you know I shouldn't let you walk away now.
Do you think I'll give you a choice? Bat.
I need to know now how serious are you about fighting this guy or taking him in, because he's making a lot of sense to Wilhelm. So like, keep big undead in power so undead don't break out and then go slaughter thousands. That makes logic.
The thing is that the other weird thing that would happen, the other thing that could happen is that they would do a whole bunch of infighting before they ever made it out.
Also true.
Um,
But it would be chaos.
Yeah.
Right now, there's order among the dead.
Yeah, but
You gotta keep some of the evil to help keep the good. That's just...
like, it's oh my god.
I'm sure your guys' god would understand if you didn't go just getting rid of undead, because those undead help keep peace and help keep people alive. This guy's making some decent sense. As long as they're not up here killing people, like, blatantly, we're okay. And come on, guys, let's be honest here. This guy, from what we've heard, is like a super demi-lich. We are not that powerful.
Yeah, but that's...
I'm not going after Magister right now.
Yeah, but that's the thing that I have concern in the back of my mind. He has an active factory creating undead. Why would you have a factory if you're not going to use it?
So people won't think about doing what we're thinking about doing and going and attempting on his life. Why? Because if we do, well, his army of undead is suddenly like,
Standing.
our boss is dead.
Yeah, he has a standing army protecting him. Yeah.
The best defense is a great the best offense is a great defense.
Yeah.
And at this point, his number one offense is the fact that if we kill him, the undead go rampant and they slaughter thousands.
We're not going after Magister at the moment.
Not at the moment, but we have to be aware our consequences in the long run.
Right now, he wants to kill Skexriel.
Yeah, my thing right now is the guy standing in front of me.
Well, the guy who just flew off in the form of a bat, yes.
How far away is he?
Well, he's... he could go 30 feet, and if he died... Well, he would have to use an action to turn into a bat, and then 30 feet to fly. But then, 6 seconds after that, he could have gone another 60 feet. So, depends on how long you're standing there going... Let's kill him anyway! You know?
Very well, Generella, because I'll at least give you the time to talk to him. He'll point out his hand, and the bat is now in a wall of force bubble.
How far away can you do that?
120 feet.
Fair. Alright. Yeah.
Jesus.
The bat is freaking out in the wall of force bubble. Are you going to pull it down into the shadows, or are you leaving it out in the sunlight?
Yeah, he'll pull it down to the shadows, so he's not sitting there dying.
Okay.
And he's going to sit on top of the bubble.
Alright.
Dramatic effect.
This may be crazy, but I'm going to point at the bat and be like, if you have any honor left, I challenge you to a duel.
He turns back into his humanoid form, like fetal position inside the bubble, and just beats on the inside of it to illustrate the point that he can't exactly duel in this state.
Let him out.
Very well. Wilhelm's gonna flap a little bit and snap his fingers, releasing the bubble.
As he does that, I activate my sword.
And he draws his Holy Avenger.
My sword is sunlight.
Yeah. Do you recognize this blade?
I do.
Do you think I could wield it if I did not still work for the glory of our God?
The answer to that is yes, because dark magics can corrupt anything.
If you're suggesting the sword's corrupted, I can look at it.
What do you mean, look at it?
I mean,
The thing
check it,
is
see if
that
it's like super cursed.
the Holy Avenger only stipulation is it must be wielded by a paladin, and if he's still a paladin,
I'm not asking about in-game mechanics.
Right.
He's asking you in character.
And her answer is yes, because a paladin, even an evil paladin can wield a weapon or corrupt a weapon.
There's no way I can convince you, is there? Very well.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
I was wrong to approach you. You are too hot-headed. Too vengeful to see reason. Roll initiative.
Vengeance, it's justice. I don't even know. I don't want to be the. I don't want to be the bad guy.
And yet, you go first.
I know I go first.
Do any of the rest of you want to roll initiative just in case you feel the need to step in?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just in case.
23.
Nice.
Holy.
Nice.
Not 20 there, nice.
Alright. So it's, as usual, all the good guys before the bad guy. Skax. Real. On 15. So Wilhelm, you see them preparing to smack holy fuck out of each other. What do you do?
General said this is what she wanted, so he will let them fight it out.
Okay.
He's going to keep about 30 feet in the air and just make sure nothing suspicious is going on around them while this is happening, but he's going to just wait and watch. If it gets really bad, he'll step in, but till then, he's going to wait and watch.
Okay. Jinrilla. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Gonna walk up and take some swings, cause I hate the fact that my character would do this. But,
Okay. Well, they all hit, and one of them's even a crit.
oh dear God. Okay, so it's 8d8 plus 8d6 plus. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, 6, 8, or 6, 12, 18, 24. Ouch.
much damage have we got? Oof.
Christ.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it really kind of, wow. And that's with a bunch of stinking ones.
Yes. So, next up would be Gwyn. Are you doing anything, Gwyn? Actually, hold on a sec. Before we pass the turn to Gwyn,
Toby, give it a rest.
could you make a dex save, please?
Oh, lovely. I'll check what that is. Okay, that's plus 15.
Shush, Toby. All right. So, Toby, shut the fuck up.
He wants your food.
Yes, I know he wants my food.
There's
No, sorry. I'm trying to think. Okay, so the spell save DC is 21, and you got a 21. So, meets it, beats it. Oh, there it is. And, okay, so now, Gwyn, would you do anything? Or are you just...
No, but I'm not gonna talk about. I'm gonna say like, General's mentor. Maybe we could just talk this out, maybe with the other Helsing members, because Gay has more or less effed us with like when it comes to trusting people. So maybe we could just sit down and talk about it.
I would
because I know that.
I would absolutely love to, but my former protege seems unwilling to just talk.
No offense, but technically, aren't undead like inherently evil? Well, that didn't sound.
I used to believe the same, but I have resisted. And I'm sure I've come to believe that others can too.
I'm gonna do an inside check on him. I turned to 25.
He believes he remains uncorrupted.
Of course he does.
William just has like a look of confusion because like he believes he's uncorrupted.
Mm-hmm.
So the choosing of words has her concern. I guess I'll just end my turn and with this gift of eating popcorn.
I remain in communion with my former self. Let's have him make a legendary action. Unarmed. Legendary action unarmed strike.
You better go after your mom.
Miss. Okay, never mind. Kiori, is there anything you would do? Sorry, I can't hear you over that. Well,
Play out.
you're just going to watch it play out?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
That's what General wanted, so.
Uh-huh. And... Oof. Yeah. I'll do one more attempt to just grapple. $26. Does that grapple Generilla? Yes, it does.
Yep.
So, while Skexriel has you held, still holding the Holy Avenger in their other hand, they say, "Stop." Can you make a wisdom save, please?
What kind of effect is this, Anthony?
It is command. Doesn't say anything about it being charm.
Alrighty. Wisdom save. This could be bad.
So it's
Yep,
that.
that fails.
So enter.
So you feel compelled to stop. On your turn. That's
Squeaky.
his turn done, though. He's definitely giving you a chance.
Chance to.
So, Wilhelm, do you do anything? You see Skexriel has Generilla by the throat. Surely you'd know enough about vampires to know that normally the next move is bite, but instead this vampire in full plate armor has simply commanded Generilla to stop.
Yeah, he's gonna prepare just in case he tries anything, so he'll hold another. This one's gonna be really weird. Hold on. I don't know how the ruling states for this. All of four. It doesn't say. Oh, it does.
What's
Perfect. He's going to prepare Wall of Force to appear in between them. It'll push them to either side he chooses. But he's not going to really. He doesn't think he's going to have to cast it. He's just prepping it just in case, and he's just watching.
Okay.
Because so far, this vampire's shown no real signs of actually wanting to cause any severe harm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And Wilhelm also knows that unless those fangs are magical, they're not piercing a werebeast's hide.
No. And he's wearing a full helm anyway. He wouldn't be able to. But still. So. Where are we? So. Yeah, Generilla. You have to follow the.
There isn't exactly. Yeah, there isn't. I was gonna say there isn't exactly a lot I can do. Obviously, I can't swing my sword.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think I can attempt to shrug him off because
Just stop.
Yeah.
So.
Guess I don't do anything.
No.
For this.
It would just be a roleplay thing. Like, does stopping to you look like giving in? Does your body relax and you drop your sword, or do you try to resist it and you're still like you're gritting your teeth and you're looking angry and you're trying to fight the compulsion?
Not a. not a full relax. I don't know how to describe, like, somewhere halfway in between, where, like,
Okay.
where she would be
Relaxing but begrudgingly.
something like that,
Right.
but not gonna drop the sword, because no warrior worth their salt's gonna drop their sword.
Okay. So, at the end of your turn, they let go and fall back. Gwen, what do you do?
Are you with the Helsing organization?
I am indeed. Though don't let the vampires hear you say that. They would kill me instantly.
Insight on safe design.
Tell them the truth. I've been infiltrating this particular coven for some time. Trying to learn their habits.
Can we meet the Helsing organization so we can maybe understand more of the well, what do you call it? The not bureaucracy, but
The organization. So,
yes, so we can learn more about it to see that we don't perk a bee's nest.
absolutely. Providing, of course, Janrilla is now ready to listen. Kiora,
It's
is there
oh, sorry.
anything you would do at this point, Kiori?
I'm intrigued as to how being undead works with worshipping Palor.
Are you going to ask?
I might do, yeah.
So, how would you word that, do you think?
Probably. Can you
Explain?
yeah.
No?
Being
How can you be both a vampire and still a worshipper of Palor?
yeah.
Basic. Okay. It is with Palor's strength that I am able to resist the call of the blood. To fight the evil. I'm hoping that once my task is completed, he will see fit to cure me of the affliction entirely, but for now, it serves his purpose that I am able to move among them. Now, I am going to put my sword away, Generilla. I trust you will do the same. And then we can talk properly, and I can introduce you to the other Helsings. And he does. He sheathes his sword. Wilhelm, what do you do?
He looks like he's de-escalating and he's ready to talk. He wants to try and give it a try, so Wilhelm's kind of just watching, but he's not doing anything other than just watching.
I have a question.
Go on.
Can I use divine intervention
You can try.
to see if Palor will answer my question as well?
Sure. I'll just. Divine intervention. Ask your god for help and roll the D100. If you roll a 10 or lower, Paylor intervenes. Nope. Okay.
Hot.
Generilla.
Hot.
Um,
Oh, here it is. Let me just.
Here it is.
Besides, like, just looking over Curie with this, like, quizzical look of, does this making as little sense to you as it is to me? But he's put his sword away.
If you believe that your sacred mission is to destroy all undead unquestioningly, then now's the perfect time to strike him down.
Yeah. Oh my god. It feels like there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And only
Honest?
you can only get the questions answered if you keep him alive, right?
And there's the whole thing of it's not exactly fair to go charging at an unarmed enemy.
Mm-hmm. It's not an honourable action.
Yeah.
But then again, it's a vampire. You certainly didn't give the ones sleeping in their coffin a chance to pick up their sword and fight back, did you?
No, but we knew what they were doing. They were bleeding people out. Yeah, well, not out, but they were bleeding people in a club. They were not. They were definitely not.
Right. But those patrons were consenting adults. Anyway.
All no consent forms signed, so.
And is it truly consent, or have they been charmed or fed blood and forced? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I hate. I'm playing devil's advocate here. Go on.
At this point, why don't we just like grab a Bible of Paylor and just look through his scripture?
A Bible of Paylor.
Bible.
yeah.
The thing, yeah. In this setting, the clerics can talk to the deity themselves, so yeah. Not much need.
Yeah.
Failed.
We need commune.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think because I can't level a spell as a paladin. I don't even know if I get it. But anyway, bonus action, turning off the sunblade. Yeah. Man, but still kind of staring daggers at the thing because it's still it doesn't compute.
It doesn't sit right with you. Yeah. Okay.
Either he's completely delusional or there's some kind of crazy nonsense going on.
Uh-huh. So, Skexfield nods and says, if you'd all follow me, I can take you to them.
Wait, before we go anywhere with you, will you consent to answering some questions?
Of course. Would you prefer that this be in a zone of truth?
I would indeed.
Well, then it's
Zone
only
of
fair that I do the same. And they cast a zone of truth around your feet too.
Right. dear God. Okay, so
Ask away.
we
For each question you ask me, I get to ask one in return. Sounds fair, right?
yes, which is obviously the truth. I really could have tried to avoid his zone of truth.
Do you want,
But-
if you want, we can roll.
I don't really want to roll. That seems, at this point, that just seems rather ridiculous.
If they resist, then yeah. It seems like they're trying to hide something. Yeah. So, what are you asking first?
Oh, there it is. I'm like, where's the spell? I know I have it. Okay. So you're taking us to. You're not taking us to the vampires. This isn't a trap.
This is not a trap. I'm taking you to Vampire Hunters, the Hellsingers, a member of an organization that you would have been inducted to.
Your turn.
Do you honestly believe that I would betray you?
Okay. How do I?
Speak truthfully now.
Let's see. Without powerful outside interference, no. But a powerful enough dark force could force the most noble of people to change how they behave.
Well, this is true. I have good influences, including he holds up his right gauntlet, and a ring becomes visible around the armored finger of the gauntlet. Do you want to make an Arcana check?
Check it, Wilhelm.
Any of you?
Yes.
On a +7. Yeah, +7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gonna be horribly. Yeah.
Okay. Wilhelm knows exactly what it is. It's a ring of mind shielding. You know exactly what it does as well. So that ring would not only block people from reading his thoughts unless he wants them to, it also allows you to communicate with any soul that's in the ring. If you die while wearing the ring, your soul enters the ring and you can communicate telepathically with the wielder. Would you like Wilhelm to make an insight check to see if you can figure out what that might mean in this instance?
Yeah, I have an idea as a player, but hold on, let's see if Wilhelm figures it out. Insight? Okay.
Insight.
Okay. Alright, I don't like that number, so we're going to make that a 21 with my portent.
Very nice. Okay. So, if he'd been wearing that ring when he'd become a vampire, his soul would have entered the ring. though his body may have become infused with the necrotic energies that would have made him a vampire, this vampire is still in telepathic communication with Skexriel's original soul.
Oh my! Would Wilhelm know if he were to identify the ring? Would it tell him the name of the soul? Would it tell him what soul is in it? Would it tell him their name?
No. That's why that's an insight check rather than. Although if you do get the opportunity to examine the ring and cast Identify on it while you're touching it, then you would be able to confirm your suspicions. Does that make sense?
Yeah, General, I do have a way of possibly proving a theory, but I would need his permission and I would need to touch the ring. Not take it. I have no real interest for the ring. Just simply touch it.
What is your theory?
If your master had this ring when he died, then his soul is within the ring. While the vampire is the husk, he technically still lives within the ring in his original form. I just need to identify it.
Is your soul in the ring?
Yes, my soul is in the ring.
There you go.
Oh, that makes it easy.
And he continues to advise and guide the angel on my shoulder, if you will.
Still doesn't completely add up, but sure. Your question.
Are you ready to trust me yet?
Not completely. Too many variables, too many weird things.
You may involve a leap of faith. However, if you are willing if you allow me a little more time to infiltrate the vampires and find this Evelyn, then I will allow you to banish the necrotic spirit which animates this body. Perhaps you could then resurrect me, and I would return to what I once was.
Wouldn't we have to break the ring to free your soul?
The soul need only be willing.
Did you know
And I, as its bearer, can choose to release that soul. But I haven't. If I truly did not want the guidance of my former self, he would have passed on long ago.
Okay. For the moment. For the moment, I will trust you.
Excellent.
But I reserve the right to watch you closely
Of
for
course.
any kind of deception or change of heart.
If I ever give in to the blood curse, I trust that you would slay me quickly. I ask that you hold your blade until then.
Very well. And at that point, I will dismiss my zone of truth.
And he does the same. And he leads you along the foot of the northern mountains into the temple district, where there are several temples, including the Temple of the Redeemer, where the Redeemer herself is preaching on the steps as usual, but he ignores her and takes you to the Temple of Pelor. He seems a little discomforted as he steps through the doorway, but leads you in nevertheless.
It shouldn't be possible. What special freaking hell, I can't think of the word.
How? Yeah.
Wilhelm
does,
is super confused because he feels like he should also be burning up because he's a warlock, but he's like, fuck it.
you're not. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
You're not physically a fiend, undead, or anything weird. You're still humanoid.
The interior of the temple is, of course, lit by a modified drift globe that gives off sunlight, and Skektriel still has his visor down, of course, so he's fully shielded from the sunlight, but still. He clearly isn't looking at it directly. Gwendolyn has her eyes closed and using Curie as a guide. Yeah, that makes sense.
I have sunlight sensitivity as well.
Do you?
Because of my armor.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I guess I'm holding on to Jinrilla then.
There's a chain. Everybody's holding on to each other. Skektriel goes to one of the clerics and says, These four are with me. They are to be new recruits. Ah, very good. Well, lead them into the inner sanctum then. Of course. And you go around the edge of the temple to a door you previously didn't even see was there because the brightness of the orb was so strong that you couldn't see anything behind it, but there is a door there. Not exactly hidden, just, comparatively invisible compared to the brightness of the light. And Skektriel will lead you through it into a much darker, comparatively, rear room where there are it's much more like a training area where you see several paladins and clerics with war gear practicing their swings and stabbing dummies in the chest with stakes, and there seems to be a font of holy water that they're filling up, and A very striking robed woman marches up and says, Skexriel, I'm so glad you've returned. I was so worried when we'd heard that the vampires were killed off that you'd been lost to us. Wait, Generilla? Is that you?
Yes.
Where have you been?
Wandering the land? Doing my mission?
How long have you been in the city?
A little while?
And
Except for the vacation we took to the Dwarven lands and Coal City.
You didn't think to come to Temple?
I mean, I thought I stopped in once. Yeah, we've been a little busy, to be honest.
Well, I'm glad you're alive. Well, better late than never. Welcome to the Hellsingers. It is our sacred mission, as I'm sure you know, Generilla, to hunt down the undead. But we do this a little more tactically than our frontline paladins and acolytes. It is our job not only to destroy the undead, but to learn as much as we can about them so that we understand them more clearly and can destroy them more utterly. Skexriel has given us some useful insights to that, and haven't you? Yes, I have.
I'm sure that was originally that was an interesting conversation, though.
Oh, certainly. It took quite a lot for us to trust him. There are still some of us who do not. Isn't that right, Craig? Shut up.
What does Craig look like?
Craig is a cleric with a little bit of paunch around the middle. He's also balding.
Poor guy. Alright. That's all. I was just curious what Craig looked like.
So, yeah.
Understand that sentiment.
What did you say?
We can understand that sentiment.
Surely you know him better than any of us, Generala. You studied under him.
Yes. But I also know the power of dark magics.
Well.
But anyway, we are here.
Good. Now, what have you learned of Evelyn? Not much more since we last spoke, I'm afraid.
Does anybody have a description of this Evelyn?
Yeah, that'd probably be important.
Yes, she seems to be a very approachable, if pale, woman. To our surprise, she appears to be able to move about during the day. She wears a simple dress. The one thing that seems unusual about her outfit is a helmet. A brimmed helmet that she wears almost all the time. She's certainly never seen without it during the day.
So what? You don't have her physical conscription?
Well, like I said, she appears middle-aged. She's brunette. She's fairly attractive. So not the one
Conscription match with the succubi that I saw in.
No, it does not.
Does Evelyn work with a succubi?
With a succubus? Not that I've heard. Why?
Because this she seemed to be in control, quote unquote, of the vampires that were inhabiting the thirsty chalice, the crimson chalice.
I believe what Gwendolyn is trying to say is that the nest had a succubus that they were using to make new vampires. Not vampire spawn, but full vampires.
They called her mother.
They called her mother, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh my. I think this may go much deeper than we thought. So we've heard rumors of a that deep underground, protected by the Grey Dwarfs, is a... We're not quite sure exactly what it is, actually, but we know that they have access to demons. And several of those demons are incubi and succubi. I know they're not often considered demons, but fiends, regardless. The most disturbing rumour is that these succubi seem to have a creature that they call, well, it's not mother, it's a different word that they gave it. Maw, says Skexrail. They called it Maw.
Would I know?
Look like
Not in this timeline.
Damn. Okay.
What were you saying? Gwyn?
I was asking, what does this fiend look like?
Those that have seen it describe it not so much as a recognizable demonic figure, but as a pit.
Do I sound familiar?
Oh, right, yeah. You guys, there was a glitch, wasn't there, where you briefly saw...
Yeah, there was a glitch
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of the city.
Yes.
In any of Wilhelm's studies, has he ever heard of this creature?
No. Especially if you weren't there for the glitch.
Nope.
Okay. They might, from when Jester was breaking the immersion, yes.
Fortunately, that would just be Kiori and Gwyn, because
Mm-hmm.
that is currently running a bar.
Mm-hmm. Not new Jester, says Gwyn. One of the other clerics looks up at Gwyn, winks, and then goes back to striking the mannequin that they were practicing with.
Balling. The one that just winked at her.
You're doing what?
She's just eyeballing it.
Uh-huh.
Which is as mean of a scowl that a 5'1" drow can give.
It's a scowling at this cleric.
Yeah, but then just goes back to like, yeah, he's probably just left the body, so yeah, never mind, just go back to conversation.
Fair enough. If this nest of vampires is working with the fiends, then maybe they're plotting something. Maybe they're trying to bypass their grey dwarf guardians and find their way to the surface. Generalist says you have a fan, Gwen.
Aren't the forces of evil always trying to find a way to mess with the material plane?
Indeed. But our purview is not, as members of the Helsingers, is not fiends. We are hunters of the undead. You, however, the four of you have not been fully conscripted into the Helsingers. You still have the freedom to investigate this.
Besides,
sorry?
and since we know at least one of them is working with and creating more undead, I could do both. But yes, I see your point. Looks like it might be time to go pay the Grey Dwarves a visit.
Indeed. Now, the Grey Dwarves are, of course, not undead, nor are they fiends, but they are corrupted. Their proximity to the abyssal depths has left them cold, emotionless, and utterly sadistic. Feel no pity if you have to slay them.
That sounds an awful lot like what people say about another group that generally live in the depth. And I think somebody here would take great offense if we said it that way.
Are you speaking of the drow, by any chance?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
How does Gwyn feel about this racial profiling, as it were?
hurts a little, but she understands, like, yeah, the drow worship wolf. They enslave men, and for some reason they seem very in love with spiders.
Are you seeing this in character?
Okay, maybe I should go back and okay. I am somewhat... Okay, this is Gwen talking now.
Yeah.
I'm somewhat mixed when it comes to drow because me being one, but I was also raised on the surface, and I have learned / heard about their love of love and their slavery of men for whatever reason.
Scastriel looks at you and says, "We weren't speaking of drow. We were talking of the grey dwarfs, the Durga."
Yeah, but aren't just grey dwarves just dwarves but live underground, the same as elves, the drow?
If you feel that the drow deserve to be compared to the Durga,
I don't know. I have never been to school. I think maybe you should just generally you talk. I'm not that intelligent inclined when it comes to the Underdark.
I'm trying to figure out if there, what we could use to know more about the Grey Dwarves.
What does Wilhelm know from his studies?
you gonna roll Arcana and find out?
Yep.
Or history?
Which one do you want me to use?
History.
Do you care?
History.
History, okay. Okay, that one was a plus 12, right? Let me double check that real quick before I roll it.
Yeah.
Investigation plus 12. Alright, it is plus 12. Alright. 31.
Woo! Okay. You know that a long, long time ago, that the Grey Dwarves were just dwarves, and they did mine deeper than other dwarves. And as they were mining more deeply, they bumped into a group of other creatures, strange, aberrant creatures, that then proceeded to enslave the entire clan for centuries. By the time the Duragar fought for their freedom, they had been changed. Their skin was now grey, their eyes blank, their hair white, and any expression of emotion was seen as weakness. With a 31, you probably also know that the species that enslaved them were mind flayers.
Yeah, I'm sure almost every wizard probably knows about mind flayers.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they did. But that was part of the mind flayers' manipulation and control to split them from the dwarven god. Yeet.
To be fair, not all of the Duragar broke off because of their closeness to the abyss. It's rather hard to keep one's wits about themselves with the illicit around, but they do stand in the way. So I'd prefer if we didn't have to slaughter them.
I can't speak Dwarven anymore.
Your mercy toward them is admirable. I hope for your sake they show you the same courtesy, but I doubt they would.
Sadly, if they do not share this courtesy, my kindness only extends so far.
It may be too late if you hesitate.
Now,
Those of you with a good passive insight may detect a hint of almost racist prejudice against the Duragar from this woman.
Is she Elven?
She does appear to, from her stature and her Yeah, she's tall and thin. You can't see her her ears, that they're covered by a wimple, but
Then I will attempt. I will attempt a different way. This wouldn't, in Elvish, this wouldn't partially be from some ancient hatred of the dwarven people in general, would it?
certainly not. The dwarves have been strong allies of the elves for many centuries. The Duergar are no longer of the dwarves.
But if my friend speaks true, it wasn't of their own volition.
They may have had no choice in the matter then, but they choose to continue their ways now. They are cruel and evil creatures, and they shun the light of Palor.
As most creatures of the Underdark do.
The sun is very bright. No offense to Paylor, though.
The only other thing I have to say, yeah, okay. Well, regardless, any idea how to reach their domain?
Indeed I do. There are tunnels that extend beneath the city of Gate, down through the Rat Warrens and the Goblin City, and beneath the goblins.
We know where one of these tunnels are talking about, our guys, by the way, out of character.
Oh, I know where many of these tunnels are.
Yeah, so we went to one at one point when we were fighting all the face spiders, and Wilhelm snapped the Strider's neck while it was trying to run away.
Avoid the drow. What's the word? Scouting parties, if you can. And if you find that the tunnels lead you towards undead, take a different path. But besides that, all you need to do is continue deeper, and eventually you will come to the grey city of Duergar. A depressing place of squat, grey buildings and hopelessness.
But still masterfully carved.
Masterful,
Hi,
but
how-
functional.
Hi ho, it's off to find the dwarves. We go.
Do 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 do.
I'm either gonna have to fight behind you all, or you're all gonna have to like cover your eyes when I fight. Except for you, Wilhelm.
Maybe we can go to Mike and see if he has some special glasses.
Hold on. Let me double check something. Okay.
Go.
I'll just use it to. I'll be a good 10 feet ahead of them, or try to be, because then I can drop the bright light down to 10 feet, and then the dim light, they won't have the problem with the sunlight sensitivity.
And you can still somewhat light the way.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Because it isn't just bright light. The
It's
description of the weapon
It's sunlight.
is literally sunlight.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did not think about the darn light sensitivities. Oh well.
Mm-mm.
I may not do the extra damage to the door guard, but they're not going to like the brightness.
They're not. They're certainly not going to like the brightness.
Dear God.
But it's going to take you a while, like several sessions, to go that deep. So, is there anything you want to do to prepare for your journey? Sorry, what?
I'm just debating.
I'd say get food, but we can always just have Kira make sure she has good berry prepped.
Yep.
Because right before bed, cast her, then rest, get her spell slot back. We'd have a full day's worth of food for the next morning.
Yeah, and I have several spells that allow us some coverage of night while we sleep, so.
Do you guys reckon 32 arrows is good enough?
Considering you also are quite skilled with your blades, if you
think
run out
it's
of
better to
arrows,
say we'd been on there for a few days. We can't rush this, and we've got to be careful with the fights we pick.
so
Yeah, I could just after killing them, I could just retrieve my arrows.
yeah, yep. We were pretty prepped for an excursion to catacombs.
Okay.
We probably ought to get. I hate to say it, but we probably ought to get started.
Okay.
Yeah, we can at least get started, yep.
Good.
I'm going to look. Before we leave, though, I'm going to look around the room just to make sure that. I know I'm probably just being paranoid, but I'm looking for anything that seems out of place or suspicious, because Generella is just. It's still the whole fact that there's a vampire hunter is messing her up.
You really can't handle the fact that the vampire is a vampire hunter.
Because it just doesn't. It goes against everything that makes sense, despite the fact that
That's the way
like,
we designed the character.
I thought we designed the character to actually be an enemy, but okay.
No, from with him being an ally.
In the allies section, secretly allied with the Hellsingers.
Okay. I must have missed this part. But and that's great and all, but that doesn't mean my character knows that.
This is true.
And it would not make sense to her, so she's slightly paranoid. Like I said, I'm not gonna see anything, so she just looks around and goes, okay, this makes sense. Not at all. But okay. Dear heavens.
Dear.
Around what time of day is it,
Good
by the way,
heavens.
Anthony?
Well, you got up early in the morning, and you haven't been doing this long, so I'm thinking it's probably about 11 a.m. at the latest. Probably more like 10.
Alright, then yeah, we can begin our trek. I don't think there's anything crazy Wilhelm needs. Yeah, I'm good to go if everybody else is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's start heading off.
So you're just going to find a tunnel and head down?
Yep.
Yeah, should we leave a note for Wilhelm? Not Wilhelm. I mean, Rollish.
Went down this hole, jump.
And also, I'll let the Umberlee guy know.
David, that he's going to have to run the shop for a few days without you.
Yeah. But
Yes. Okay.
I will find more interesting herbs and stuff from the Underdark.
Oh, absolutely. You're going to find all kinds of strange funguses and mosses and stuff. Okay. So you start by entering into the rat warrens again, don't you?
Yeah. Hopefully they
and
I forget. How big are the tunnels here?
10 by 10.
Oh, I cracked my head. Never mind. Don't want to do that.
Good. So anyway, so you're staying a medium side then, so that you don't have to walk on all fours?
Yeah. Double checking. Make sure that's.
Because you could go down there in bear form and just...
I could, but then I wouldn't have my armor.
True. Okay, so you begin making your way down there. You do see a few ratkin around. They seem to be much more organised than they were before. Rats now have different roles within society rather than sharing everything exactly equally. And they watch you a little warily, but they don't seem to be making any threatening moves towards you.
Wilhelm will throw them 10 gold and say for passage, and then just keep walking.
Passage.
For us to go peacefully. We mean no harm. We don't want any trouble for the time. We just want to pass by peacefully.
Oh. And then they begin chittering amongst themselves rather excitedly.
Well, that works.
What is Generilla typing? I may be only 9 foot something. Okay.
That's alright, because if any of these guys are survivors from the last time we came down here, they saw me electrocute like 30 of them, so...
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not in the board.
They all know you, but you also get the impression that these are Scritters people, you know.
Mhm.
Anywho.
I'll have my visor up and I'll just be flashing warm smiles to people or to the rat.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You do hear a screeching elsewhere in the tunnels. Like a ratkin is being tortured or something. Do you investigate or
No.
do you continue on your way?
Not our problem.
Okay. You all concur? Yes?
Mhm.
Okay. Alright. So eventually you come to an area of this labyrinthine network of warrens that you recognize, where you can either go down a what looks like an abandoned well, which you know from experience leads down potentially right into an area occupied by the drow, or you can cut through goblin territory.
Goblin territory.
Yeah, let's go through Goblin Town.
Okay. The city is still in quite a state of repair, but there seem to be teams of ratkin and humans that are working hard to repair the damage and get the houses reconstructed.
Does Wilhelm see the weird goblin factory he got started where they're making parts for him?
Weird goblin factory. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember when he was gone, he got a goblin factory going so he could do other things and have them help him make robots.
I'd forgotten about that. What are they working on at the moment? What did you have them making?
That would be the Nomolos systems, so steel defender parts. He hasn't checked in a while, so I have no idea how many they finished.
Just parts, yes?
Yeah, just parts. He builds them himself, so they don't figure it out. Yep, and he pays them too, so he will probably have to swing in and give them also money.
So yes. So if you do swing by that sweatshop,
He pays them.
oh yeah, you absolutely pay the goblins.
Not like the fact last time he was here, they saw him push over a building, make a deal with a demon, and release a mass murderer. But okay.
And you go. If you pay a visit, do you want to actually go to the shop floor and?
Yeah, he'll have to run to the shop floor. He'll just kind of tell the party, be like, guys, one moment, I gotta run by and do something really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And yep, he's gonna go in and go to the shop floor.
Where you see all the workers working hard away. Of course, the workers themselves aren't goblins. The workers are young men and women and ratkin mostly. There are goblin overseers, of course, making sure they keep working hard. And it's very hot in there because, they're working with bits of hot metal.
Yeah, that's fair. Actually, wait. No, he could have him. Oh yeah, because to turn on a steel defender, you need to magically engrave it with runes. Yeah, he'll have them build them for him. He can engrave the runes. They don't know the runes.
Okay. So yeah, they're making all kinds of mechanical animals for you that are inert until you activate them.
Yep, and they're all steel defenders, so this is really funny.
Right.
Because if he was to turn them all on, he has an army of his own.
But
which is partially part of the plan. What were you saying, Anthony? I'm sorry.
You can still only command one at a time, though.
That's okay.
Are they all the same pattern? Are they all the same type of animal, or are they different shapes?
Yep, pretty much. Yep. Same animal to keep it simple and uniform.
What type of animal?
Kind of like a generic steel defender, except it looks more like I want to say like a werepanther in half transformation.
Okay. So is it bipedal?
Yep, bipedal.
Uh-huh. Okay. Fun. You okay, hon?
Falling asleep a bit.
Okay. Well, it's nearly 11:30. But yeah. Is there anything in particular you guys want to do in the Goblin City before you proceed onward, ever downward?
Honestly, just so we have a good stopping point, we can, if you guys want, we can stop here for right now, and we can just like find either a cave wall, or we can come into near Wilhelm's factory, and I can just magical mansion, and everyone can rest up. I will not be here next week, so everybody can just like leave the mansion and have the place. Yep, the missus is getting her wisdom teeth pulled, so.
Oh no. It's yeah. I've had that done. I had sedation dentistry when I had mine done.
Yeah, she hasn't given me any details about hers yet. Just that I'm her ride. I'm hoping it's not too bad on her, because she has some other medical issues that I'm afraid it might cause some issues with, just because medicine wise. But she said she should be okay. So.
Well, we wish her luck, and but yeah, if you're all happy to put a pin in it there, I'll get Ellen off the bed.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it seems like a good spot.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Well, I hope you...
Sorry, no, go Anthony.
I hope any of you listening to this later on have enjoyed the game as much as we enjoyed playing it. And there's links in the description below if you'd like to join the Games and Geekery community or check out the website. And in the meantime,